Hello and welcome to Living the Wiccan Life. This is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Salem. In part one of tonight's episode, I bring you my recent interview with Reverend Dave Sassman of the Pagan Educational Network and Chrysalis Moon Festival. In part two of our episode, I'll bring you my recent interview with Penny Goody. I was able to catch up with both of these two fascinating pagan leaders at the recent Pagan Spirit Gathering, and I'm sure you'll enjoy both interviews.
My name is Reverend David Sassman. I'm a Circle Sanctuary minister. I'm the executive director of the Pagan Educational Network, and I'm one of the organizers for Chrysalis Moon, which is a relatively new festival in the Midwest. I'm also the facilitator for the Warrior Blessing Ritual at PSG, Covington Pagan Pride, and it's been presented in 29 locations since I've taken it over.
And we're here at the 31st annual PSG.
Correct.
And how are you enjoying this occasion?
It's much better now that the sun's out. For those who aren't here, it's been dreary most of the week and cool, low 50s to mid 60s, overcast, and a bit chilly sometimes. And now it's warmer and the sun's out.
This is a new location for PSG. What do you think of this location versus the last one?
I think it's much better. It's more pagan friendly because it's circular. Camp Zoe was linear, and Wisteria was linear. Things are much easier to find in a circle than they are in a line. I think it's a good choice.
Tell us a little bit about your vocation as a circle minister.
Oh dear. Well, my ministerial specialties for circle are prison ministry and military ministry. And of course, those overlap with my responsibilities at Penn. I'm part of the military ministry team for Circle, and I'm the go-to guy for the 82nd Brigade, the go-to pagan guy for the 82nd Brigade, and the chaplain corps for the Indiana National Guard.
One of the big stories these days is the Patrick McCullum case involving prison ministry. How are you finding your experience working with prisoners?
My experience is wonderful, delightful, rewarding, and entirely different than what other folks encounter. Because we can have direct, hands-on contact with the prisoner. They're not behind a plexiglass wall. You can hug and touch the prisoners, where in some locations you can't touch them. Can't even shake their hands. So as far as the Indiana Department of Corrections, they're very, very accommodating for us to go into.
So you would say then that apparently, unlike the California Department of Corrections, the Indiana Department of Corrections is really trying to reach out?
Yes, they're trying to make accommodations for Wiccan and pagan inmates.
Is there any way that people can support this?
Yes. They can go to the Pagan Educational Network webpage and click on the donation button and specify where they want their donations to go, and we will make sure that they're taken care of and handled appropriately.
And tell us a little bit more about the Pagan Educational Network itself.
PAN has been around since 1993. It was incorporated in 1998 and received its 501c3 in 1998. We are one of the older, continuously functioning pagan 501c3s in the country. We have a calling from our previous administration to do prison ministry and to find volunteers to go behind the wall. We have helped chaplains in 7 states find volunteers. And hopefully they're still working out. They haven't contacted me for more help, so hopefully they're working out. We are basically a clearinghouse for that type of information. We also, through me, do a hospital ministry at the local VA hospital in Indianapolis. In conjunction with our partnership with Half Price Books, last year we were able to donate over 40,000 magazines to the hospital and the VA Homeless Project. That doesn't mean that we don't need other donations, but you know that helps a lot, and it gets our name out.
A conversation that was going on at your meet and greet earlier this week about prison ministry made the suggestion. One of the guests made the suggestion that as the numbers of pagans rise in the prisons, and these people are released back into society, that it will change some of the aspects of our community. What do you feel about that idea?
Well, our community has to change the way that we represent ourselves. Because people in prisons, at least the one I go to, have access to Circle magazine. And they see photographs of festivals. And they expect to be able to come out and participate. And they expect the same type of festival repeating itself every month, every quarter, every holiday. And that's not the case. So we have to come up with a strategy that is more conducive to a better understanding of how festivals work, and that yes, PSG is a great festival, but it's also once a year. It's not every month.
Talk to us a little bit about Chrysalis Moon.
Chrysalis Moon. This year will be July 14th to 17th at Tippecanoe River State Park in north central Indiana. It's a little bit south of Michigan City. Everybody gets a bunk in a cabin, so you're out of the weather and your stuff is out of the weather. If you and your group want to bunk together, let us know and we will try and facilitate that. Our featured speaker this year will be Phaedra Bonowitz, Isaac's widow, who is a pagan leader in her own right and has been. And this will be her first time in the Midwest since about 2001. So she will be visiting Chicago after she leaves Chrysalis Moon. Our featured entertainment will be the Green Man and His Muse out of Columbus, Indiana. They were with us last year, and the committee decided to bring them back.
Now, if people would like to learn more about you and about the things you're involved in, where could you send them?
Oh dear. Start with PEN, PaganEducationNetwork.org. Then you go to Circle Sanctuary and look me up under Minister.
There you go.
And then you go to chrysalismoon.com. And you can get a hold of me those ways.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the weekend.
I hope you enjoyed our interview with Reverend Dave Sassman. Please join us again for part 2 of our episode and our interview with Penny Goody.